Here on 2nd Street in Old City, there's a string of 3 stores selling old and used books, vinyl records, and other antiques. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Harrison for WHYY Young Journalists, and today we're finding out that old never really goes bad. As recent as the 1970s, Philadelphia was showered with used book, record, and antique stores. Today, fewer than 50 remain in the heart of the city. For many, this is met with nostalgia for past time.
By 1975, most of the used bookstores in Philadelphia, which used to be littered with them, were gone.
There's very few antique shops. There should actually be a lot more. I mean, back in the 70s, on Front Street, there's an antique district. There used to be Penn's Landing, and people were set up all up and down Front Street selling antiques and art and books, and things have kind of changed.
Starting at 15th Street, where there used to be tin sheds over the sidewalk. It was called the Arcade. There were about 2 used bookstores there. There were bookstores all down Market and Chestnut and Walnut Street.
Customers like used shops because there are more of a connection with the owners because it is a small and independent business. The customers are as passionate as the owners and enjoy to read, listen to music, and gather. The owners have a love for collecting their inventory.
The advantage of a secondhand bookstore is finding things you never thought you'd see.
I like the idea that I can find books that are out of print. I like the idea that it's a more affordable way to do it. And also, I like the idea that books keep living on even after, the person who's read them is done.
Books reference out of print, older stuff, some is pretty rare, and this kind of stuff you usually can't. It's harder to find online, and also there's very few stores around anymore that sell it. Most of the older bookstores closed down or been closing down in the area.
These used shops charge less for the same products than a lot of bigger chain stores do. The used shops have a wider selection and variety than the bigger stores. Often, customers find the excitement of finding something new.
Going into a used bookstore looking for hidden treasure is what people do, much like going into an antique store.
I've just always been a maniac about it since I was a very young kid. Records tend to sound better, and they're also collectible in ways, if that's what you're into.
Before you used to get them almost like they were junk. Nowadays people are holding on to more of the stuff.
Even though used stores are declining, they still have regulars and browsers of all kinds.
People come in and out all day, and there's many people that come in literally every single day.
A very economical and ecologically sound way to grab a couple good reads.
As you can see, older collectibles have a small but strong community. The next time you're in Old City, check out some of these stores. I'm Jeffrey Harrison for WHYY Young Journalists.